This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. Business and community leaders in Terre Haute are awaiting the completion of a new casino they say will boost the region's economic development. Vigo County Commissioner Chris Switzer said they are looking to future development after the casino opens in spring 2024.
So we want the casino project to come to an end. We want it to open up, but then we want to figure out what's next on the horizon. So as your Intex come and they're investing $1 billion in our community, we have other companies out there that are looking at as big, if not bigger, investments.
The casino is anticipated to create 500 jobs with a median salary of $50,000 a year, and Switzer said employees will have the potential to make much more. In anticipation of an extra million people making a Terre Haute trip for the casino, the city anticipates an increased small business customer base, a $10 million tax revenue surge, and a renewed interest of what's to come. Indiana is one of two Midwestern states in the running for a potential $50 billion semiconductor plant, according to the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. To help land the mega deal, the IEDC is asking for $122 million from a $500 million deal closing fund to acquire 1,000 acres of land in Boone County. The IEDC also disclosed it is courting a $3.2 billion data center project that could result in 250 high-wage jobs for Boone County. The agency is also seeking $16 million to purchase 290 acres for the data center. Personal finance website WalletHub has released its 2023 list of the best and worst-run cities in America, and Fort Wayne is ranked number 7. The list compared nearly 150 cities across several categories, including financial stability, education, health, safety, economy, and infrastructure and pollution. 2 other Indiana communities also made the list. Gary is ranked number 62, a 12-point improvement over 2022. Indianapolis came in at number 89, marking a 25-point drop from last year. From the number 1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
Enerdell, an Anderson-based lithium-ion battery manufacturer, laid off nearly all of its workers on Monday, according to former employees of the company and posts on social media. Here's Gary Dick.
A member of Enerdell's leadership team confirmed layoffs in a LinkedIn post on Monday. Bob Hong, who headed the company's engineering department, did not respond to an IBJ message seeking more information. At least a half dozen other employees posted on LinkedIn that they were now looking for work, and a person listed on LinkedIn as a human resources manager commented that, quote, Enerdell closed. It's unclear how many employees at the Anderson facility are impacted by the changes. The company reported having 60 employees in the U.S. early last year, when it announced it had been acquired by a board member. That move came a couple of months after Enerdell moved from Indianapolis to Anderson. Later in 2022, Enerdell opened an advanced engineering tech center in Irvine, California, and said it would hire about 25 people for that facility. Enerdell officials did not respond Tuesday to emails and calls seeking information. When reached by phone Tuesday afternoon, Enerdell CEO Steve Hare declined to comment. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana State University said Tuesday it is extending the contract of head baseball coach Mitch Hannes through 2028. The deal comes after the Sycamores won the 2023 Missouri Valley Conference regular season and tournament championships before making their third NCAA tournament appearance in 4 years. ISU won 45 games in the 2023 season, the most ever recorded during Hannes' tenure. Hannes, a 1989 graduate of ISU, has led the Sycamores for the last 10 years. He has 311 career wins, which is second all-time in ISU baseball history. Plans for a $27 million adaptive reuse of a more than century-old building in New Albany's downtown historic district are getting additional support. New Albany-based developers Resch Property Group and the Springler Company are looking to transform the iconic Ellsby building into an 82-room Hilton Tapestry Collection boutique hotel and build an adjacent event and conference center. Jacob Resch, property and project manager for Resch Property Group, told Inside Indiana Business turning the building into a hotel will help fill a need in the city.
We're really reaching that point to where we have a lot of people visiting our area, especially with our close proximity to Louisville, but we don't have a lot of places to offer these people to stay. And we thought this would be a great, unique venue for these people to stay, being as it's in a 107-year-old historic building.
Resch said the developers hope to begin work on the renovation in August with an eye toward completion by the 2025 Kentucky Derby. Colts radio analyst Rick Venturi is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.